Most people think dogs sleep beside humans for one simple reason: comfort. The bed feels warmer, softer, and safer than the floor, so the dog naturally chooses the most comfortable place available. But after spending years watching dogs closely, I started realizing many dogs are not simply choosing comfort at all. Some dogs consistently choose one specific human because sleeping beside that person feels emotionally important to them. That difference becomes surprisingly obvious once you begin paying attention to patterns. Many dogs will ignore perfectly comfortable sleeping spots just to remain physically close to one trusted person every single night. And usually, there is a deeper emotional reason underneath that behavior. One thing that first made me notice this was watching how differently dogs slept depending on who was home. Some dogs seemed completely relaxed when their trusted person was present, but noticeably more restless or unsettled once that person left overnight. The change was often subtle at first. More pacing. Sleeping closer to doors. Waking more frequently. Following nighttime sounds more carefully. Then the moment the trusted human returned, the dog suddenly relaxed again almost immediately. One moment completely changed how I understood this behavior. I once stayed with relatives whose older dog had slept beside the same owner for nearly 12 years without missing a single night. The dog had several soft beds throughout the house and could comfortably sleep anywhere. But every night, without fail, the dog slowly walked into the bedroom, circled once beside the bed, and settled against the owner's side before finally relaxing completely. What stood out most was how emotionally settled the dog looked afterward. Almost as if proximity itself helped the dog feel calmer and safer internally. That moment revealed something important. Many dogs sleep beside certain humans because emotional closeness itself becomes part of the dog's sense of security. The first major reason dogs sleep beside certain humans is trust. Sleeping is one of the most vulnerable things an animal can do because awareness drops dramatically once the body fully relaxes. A dog that consistently sleeps deeply beside someone is often showing enormous confidence in that person and environment. The dog believes it is safe enough nearby to fully lower physical and emotional guard. This becomes especially noticeable in rescue dogs or naturally anxious dogs. Some remain light sleepers for months before finally relaxing deeply beside a trusted human for the first time. Another major reason dogs sleep beside specific humans is emotional attachment. Dogs strongly bonded to owners often seek closeness naturally during calm moments because physical proximity itself feels emotionally reassuring. Some dogs quietly follow owners to bed every single night without being called. Others reposition themselves closer after the lights go out or remain touching the owner while sleeping. The important detail is consistency. Dogs that repeatedly choose the same person night after night are often revealing emotional preference, not random habit. One thing that surprised me repeatedly was how many owners describe their dogs becoming more attached at night during difficult periods in life. Stress, illness, grief, anxiety, heartbreak, surgery, or emotional exhaustion often seem to strengthen nighttime attachment dramatically. Many dogs appear extremely sensitive to emotional atmosphere inside homes. Some naturally stay closer once they sense emotional tension or vulnerability in the people they trust most. Another major reason dogs sleep beside trusted humans is predictability. Dogs thrive in stable environments because predictability helps the nervous system relax. Nighttime routines become emotionally powerful over time. The house quiets down, movement slows, familiar patterns repeat, and the dog knows exactly where the trusted person will be. Eventually, sleeping near that person becomes part of the dog's emotional routine itself. One thing many people misunderstand is that deep attachment in dogs often appears very quietly. Some of the strongest emotional bonds are expressed through calm, repetitive behaviors rather than dramatic affection. A dog waiting outside the bedroom door. A dog refusing to fully settle until the owner lies down. A dog slowly moving closer during the night. A dog sleeping better only when one specific person is nearby. Those patterns often reveal much deeper emotional attachment than people realize initially. One thing that changed my perspective completely was noticing how differently some dogs responded when trusted humans traveled overnight. Certain dogs became unusually alert, restless, or emotionally unsettled until familiar routines returned again. That behavior revealed how strongly attachment influences a dog's emotional sense of stability and safety. Another hidden truth is that many dogs naturally combine closeness and protective awareness together during sleep. Some bonded dogs position themselves near doors, hallways, or entrances while still remaining physically close to trusted humans. This becomes especially common in observant or protective breeds. Many seem instinctively driven to remain aware of the environment while also staying near the person they trust most. One thing that surprised me repeatedly while listening to dog owners was how emotionally meaningful nighttime routines became over the years. Many people described bedtime as the moment they felt closest to their dog emotionally. Some dogs rested their heads across their owner's legs every night. Others waited patiently beside the bed until the owner settled. Some quietly slept against their owner for years without breaking the routine once. Over time, those repeated moments stop feeling ordinary. They quietly become part of the emotional bond itself. Another important detail many experienced owners notice is that changes in sleeping behavior sometimes reflect emotional or physical changes in the dog long before obvious symptoms appear elsewhere. Older dogs, anxious dogs, stressed dogs, or unwell dogs often begin changing sleeping positions or nighttime routines before owners notice larger behavioral changes during the day. That is why many owners instinctively pay attention when nighttime behavior suddenly changes significantly. One thing dogs constantly reveal is how deeply emotional safety shapes attachment. Dogs usually bond hardest to humans who make life feel calm, stable, predictable, and emotionally reassuring over long periods of time. Not the loudest humans. Not the most dominant humans. Usually the safest humans. Another reason this topic affects people so deeply emotionally is because nighttime routines happen quietly for years without owners realizing how meaningful those moments become later. A dog sleeping beside you every night can feel ordinary while it is happening. But eventually, many people realize those quiet routines became some of the strongest emotional memories they ever shared with their dog. Every little action they perform, from the way they curl up to sleep to the gentle nudges they give when seeking comfort, reveals a deeper layer of their emotional landscape. These behaviors solidify the connection we share with them, emphasizing trust and safety. Even the simplest gestures, like a head tilt or a wagging tail, communicate their feelings and needs. By understanding these nuanced expressions, we not only gain insight into their world but also enhance our bond, creating a harmonious relationship rooted in compassion and mutual understanding. Ultimately, recognizing these signals can transform our connections, fostering a deeper sense of companionship and love. The warmth of your dog curled up next to you becomes a profound reminder of loyalty and companionship, transforming an ordinary moment into a cherished experience that resonates deeply within your heart. This realization deepens your bond. In these simple interactions, we discover how unconditional love and shared moments can enrich our lives, making each day a bit brighter, and reminding us of the beauty found in the most ordinary experiences that we so often overlook.